What if instead of being the destined one, we were the Yin Tiger? Welcome back to Black Myth Wukong. Today we're going to beat Black Myth Wukong as the Yin Tiger, but here are a few rules. Rule number one is I'm only going to be using Yin Tiger for bosses. I was going to run around as him and beat all the enemies as him as well, which I still did end up just beating the enemies as him. But he can't get through every single space in the game, and he's not that fast. The second rule I wanted to talk about is giving myself 3 transformations per phase of each boss. This is the best way I can deal with not being able to heal myself, and I didn't feel like 3 transformations was too overpowered. And lastly, the craziest thing is we're going to be using a mod that does not make might deplete. I can still take damage, but my might will not go away. This is more to see what it would be like if Yin Tiger was at his full potential. So let's begin. First boss that I encountered was the Bull Guard, a good boss to figure out my transformation. If you look at the bottom right corner, you can see this little sword with the Yin Tiger, which is basically my focus. When this gets full, I can actually use an ability called the Wind Walker, which just makes me incredibly faster, and I can just stun lock enemies to death. And with this ability, the Bull Guard did not stand a chance. I got everybody's favorite boss fight, the Wandering Wight, and unfortunately, he's not much of a challenge as the Yin Tiger. This is ridiculous. I felt kind of bad for this. Our big baby friend did not have a good time. Alright, this will probably end it. Oh well, I thought it would. Let's move on. Surprisingly, this other boss did give me a little bit of trouble, and this would be because of fire damage. Taking fire damage will do damage over time. You can evade it by deciding to roll 3 times, but I found out that I got it so quickly, and on top of that, it felt like it just killed me so fast. But luckily, I was able to beat him on my 3rd transformation. Ah! Weemod, what are you doing? This is terrible timing. Dude, can you imagine? That's a pretty big wolf. Played pretty bad against this guy. I kept missing my attacks. And even when I got my Windwalker ability, he had a plan of his own. Hey, come back. Can't do nothing. Oh, he did it again. Why are you climbing up? I'm the cat. This was a goose chase, but I'm a powerful goose. Not too bad. In some spare time, I decided to kill a frog. Do I feel bad? Probably. Did I have to do this? No. Was it fun? Yes. Guang mode didn't really stand a chance, to be honest. Windwalker does not let you get away from Yin Tiger. He just chases you down with a move that looks very similar to Cloud Step, and it made it to where Guang mode just could not get away from me. Now we gotta go ahead and beat up Orochimaru for Naruto. I don't know if I feel good about this. The first phase was not a problem. And as for his second phase, he did put up more of a fight once I was in Windwalker and just didn't completely get stun locked. And he even took a transformation off me, but he was still getting the big bonk. And this is going to be another win for Yin Tiger. Now we're going to take a detour to a secret boss known as Elder Jinchi, a fight that's pretty similar to fighting Wandering Wight, and it did make me feel like another high school bully, but this time it was easier because these little guys right here, if you kill them, they give you health. And these little guys did try to attack me, but it didn't even matter because I didn't even have to pay attention to them and just put all my attention to Elder Jinchi, and I would inadvertently hit them and get health off of it. Poor guy didn't stand a chance. Moving on to the Black Wind King. Now he put up more of a fight again, just like the White Clad Noble, by having some poise and using some evasive tricks to get away from Windwalker. And he did take a transformation off me. But this isn't going to be enough to stop the onslaught of Yin Tiger. Black Bear Guai will be able to stop the Yin Tiger. Fire is a hell of a thing. He took all 3 of my transformations, and I had to let him kill me for that. And he didn't just do it one time. I lost quite a bit to the Black Bear Guai, which kind of surprised me because I thought being the Yin Tiger would just make this super easy, but there are some bosses that still make this a little bit difficult. So I did decide to do something to possibly help me, which was using a vessel. If you want to count this as an L, I guess you can, but I still did transform right after, so I'm not going to be too hard on myself. The vessel that I'm using is supposed to help with fire damage reduction. I did this just in hopes that it would maybe give me a chance, and I think it did, but it kind of didn't matter because I still got beat. But this tiger doesn't give up easily. Stop running! Jeez, man. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Really? Dude, I'm already about to lose this transformation. Thank you, man. Get a little damage. Alright, last transformation, boys. Oh, come on. Just a little bit more. Just die. Finally! I was not expecting this boss to be that difficult. Makes you realize just because you have a transformation that you're not unstoppable. So let's talk about chapter 2. Ah, what to do in this rocky desert. Oh, abuse another frog. I think I will. And it was pretty messed up, I'm not gonna lie. And he wasn't the only one that I hurt, I'm not gonna lie. It happens. But anyway, the second prince of flowing sands. I typically clown on this boss because one, it is just a funny boss and it's not too hard. And to be kind of honest, this gameplay kind of looks like that right now. But he did put up a little bit of a fight. And as for his brother, that didn't really go that well either. I still find this fight a little bit easier. But now we got our first tiger fight, and I was pretty excited. Oh yeah. This is gonna be epic. My turn. Can't handle this sword, can you? Oh, got a punch in the face. This might actually do it. That fight was amazing. As for the rock boss fight, it wasn't that thematic. I just used Windwalker to try to do a lot of damage while he was kind of standing still until the job was finished. Now we're going to take a little bit of time to do the side quest, which means I got to fight the yellow robe squire, which this fight isn't too crazy, and we were able to beat him on our first try. And we had another great tiger fight, but this one wasn't as crazy as the last one because I did kind of bully this guy a lot more, but it still was a fun fight. But the thing I came to do was to beat up a big beetle. And there's not really too much to say about this fight. I just built up with deflection and hit him with big attacks. Now I was gonna finish him off, but my friend did the job for me. But now it's time for this cat to face off a rat. Oh wow. Well, he got one transformation, but I don't think it's gonna help him any. Bye-bye. With the yellow wind sage down, we can move on to chapter 3. And I guess we're gonna start this by beating up this ice monkey. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy basically got stun locked to death. I didn't even really have to use Windwalker. I just did it so I can finish the fight quicker. And now we can fight a dragon. Oh, that's one transformation. I hate everything. And another one. All right, love that. Last one. All right, come on, Windwalker. Oh, he fell. Yeah, I barely pulled that fight off. I suffered a little bit in the pagoda until I got to Captain Wise Voice. So fun fact, Captain Wise Voice has an attack that instantly gets rid of transformations. There's really no way of me avoiding this attack, so instead, I'm just not going to take a transformation away because he decided to take it away for me. And it kind of makes this boss fight easier because once he does take away my transformation and I get it back, I just have my full health again. I don't really care too much because I don't like Captain Wise Voice and he can die. And our ice monkey friend wanted to get a little bit of revenge, but it ended up being the same way that it was the first time, and Yin Tiger is superior. As my journey continued, I met up with Raiden Lady, and I was pretty shocked to see how this went. We're destroying her right now. She hasn't even done her second phase yet. Dude, Shoot, you didn't even go into second phase. I didn't even know you could do that. The next boss that we gotta end up fighting is non-white. His first phase wasn't too bad. I actually just started to have trouble in his second phase. And that's mainly when he was using his ice form. But when he was using the poison, it actually benefited me because you can deflect poison if you have that status effect. Even though he did take 2 of my transformations, he didn't get the 3rd one. Now Captain Cowpawave. Looking at this fight, you could say it was a fight, or you could call it abuse, your choice. Now I'm having to fight the secret boss. The only thing about this fight that made it a little bit more challenging is the fact that he has fire and that he leaves during the fight so you can dodge a ring of fire. These shenanigans actually did take one of my transformations away, but when he was actually present in the fight, he didn't stand a chance because he got stun locked to death. Now it's time for me to learn something new. This mod has a time limit of 2 hours, which means I have 5 minutes to beat the first phase of Yellowbrow. I made sure to do some good damage. And surprisingly, we beat his first phase just in the nick of time. I came back the next day to fight the super ice angry monkey. I don't know what you want to call him. Really wasn't too bad, especially when you have Bajie healing you. And I took him out on my first try. Now I can begin the final phase of this long fight. But I did want to mention that Yellowbrow takes away my transformation when he goes into his gold state. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with Captain Wise Voice and not count this against me and just destroy this guy as quickly as possible. Oh, I hate you. Finally. Dude, I just got Windwalker. I'm stuck. I literally can't move. This has to work eventually, right? Yeah. Alright, this should kill. Now chapter 4 begins. The second sister. Not much to say except my bullying does continue, and this fight ended pretty quickly. I started doing the side quest so we can get to the secret area, fight the secret boss, which means I had to defeat Venom Dallas, and let me tell you, this poor guy, more bullying. Centipede Guai, you guessed it. I bullied him. I had a good time though, deflecting all the little small roly-polies and him as well, but he didn't stand a chance. Now talking about the right-handed Buddha, to me not a very interesting fight and not a whole lot going on. We beat the right-handed Buddha pretty fast. Now we got Bajie. We're definitely not gonna bully him. This makes me feel bad. Oh, he's hitting back. Oh, there you go. Well, Bajie, you get a second chance. And his second chance really didn't do too much. He just felt like a bigger target. And yes, you can parry the rhinos. This was the best part so far of chapter 4. The Yin Tiger is goated. Now our next fight encounter is with the violet spider. Ow. Ooh, we doing damage. Oh. Okay, we can't parry those. Ah, well, that's one transformation. Oh, she's doing the eye thing. Oh, we beat her right before she did that. Poor spider. Now I continued the side quest and fought Venom Dallas again. This fight wasn't really too much different from the last. And then he got into his second phase. And as you can tell, he is being stunned without me even using Windwalker. Yin Tiger's just different. So I decided to give some mercy to Venom Dallas with an onslaught blade. Now we finally made it to the secret area, and I wanted to fight the Scorpion Lord. I never fought him before, but I've heard stories. Alright, he definitely gets stun locked. Alright, the poison got me. And I instantly got poisoned. All right, I'm getting a deflection. Oh shit, well. Oh no, he's fighting back. Ah, poor guy. I kind of wish the fights were kind of like that all the time. Okay, I should have known that was gonna get me. Wow. I could definitely see him being a hard fight, man. Luckily, I'm Yin Tiger. Now for the secret boss. Dustveil is also up there for one of my favorite boss fights. His first phase is pretty chill, I didn't have too many issues, but we got to that second phase and things got a little bit more serious. Oh my, okay, we cannot take that. All right. Why am I trading with him? Ah, I almost finished it with the second transformation. That works. Such a cool boss fight. For the final boss, we had the 100-eyed Taoist, and it was really epic to see him fight up against the spiders and a Yin Tiger. But he had some secrets that I didn't know about. So for example, into his second phase, when he does a little bit of bullshit, I like to say, he gets rid of your transformation completely. So to counter this, whenever he went into second phase, I made sure to just use the Weaver's Eye Needle so I can transform back into the Yin Tiger. What happened to the sound? Oh, there it goes. Alright, I'll take it. 100-eyed Taoist is finished. Now let's talk about chapter 5. First things first, I kinda have to beat up one of my friends before he realizes I'm one of his friends. My next boss fight is a cart, and I found the best way to actually beat the carts is using the onslaught blade to do heavy attacks, because then they get stunned, hit them a little bit, use deflection, use onslaught blade, and just repeat this process until they're dead. My next boss fight was Father of Stones, which, if you wanted to bully a boss, this is the one you come to. Oh, I really gotta say. Next, we have another cart. Now, I was worried about this one a little bit because of the narrow area, but I was able to use the same tactic as I did last time to actually beat him. Quick as fire and fast as wind. This is when I started realizing that easy boss fights were more difficult for me for some reason when I was the Yin Tiger, because when I was playing as the Decim one, these guys never gave me trouble. And plus, quick as fire does fire damage, which just makes me die quicker. They took a transformation off me. I finally killed quick as fire, then they took another transformation off me. This fight definitely was not clean for me, but I was able to beat fast as wind. Now Misty Cloud and Cloudy Mist. I did have a little bit of trouble with these guys too. I think I did die once and I had to restart, but I played better on my second go. And again, the fire damage is what really gave me the most issues. And it was mainly Cloudy Mist that gave me the most trouble. Didn't have too many problems with Misty Cloud. All I can say is that Windwalker was my best friend during this fight, and when I was able to take down Cloudy Mist, I knew it was over. I was able to continue my bullying with the next boss. Oh, buddy! He tried to intimidate me with the fish. Wow. Dang. I really wanted to survive that. I caught me a big fish this time. We eating good tonight, boys. Ah, look, another cart, which means more fire. This cart actually was able to beat me and I had to try again. But if you guys ever hit the carts in the back, you will do significantly more damage. And that's what I try to aim for more on my second go, and I was able to do enough damage to beat him. After doing my shenanigans, I made it to the final boss, Red Boy, and I got destroyed. Okay. Bro! You gotta be kidding me. He just killed me with one move. Oh, there's so much fire. Dang, man. Oh, I was doing so good. Wow. No! Yes, man, Red Boy. This took me a while. Now you're probably wondering about Yaksha King. Well, he actually gets bullied. When you don't have any status effects like fire, the fights aren't as difficult. Another example of an easier boss being harder than the hard boss. Well, he got me, but I don't think it's gonna help him that much. Yeah, it didn't help him. With Yaksha King down, we can start the final chapter. And the first boss that's standing in our way is the Supreme Inspector. Typically a challenging boss to fight in my opinion, because he keeps attacking. But that's actually perfect for Yin Tiger. Keep attacking me. I'm only going to get Windwalker out of it. But he does have fire, so naturally I lost a transformation. However, he doesn't know how to stop attacking. And once I get Windwalker, it's going to be stun heaven for me. I wanted to take a second to talk about this boss here because I'm not going to count this as an L, considering that you cannot be Yin Tiger to beat this boss and it's a completely gimmick boss, so we're just gonna pretend he doesn't exist. Gold Armor Rhino took me a minute to beat. The best way to beat him is by doing a heavy attack on his horn and then he's vulnerable to doing way more damage. But you actually have to hit the heavy attack and he does shock damage, which means you take more damage. I did try to brute force this fight by using Windwalker, but it wasn't very effective. I lost this battle a couple times, said the Gold Armor Rhino, but once I decided to be patient with Onslaught Blade, it made the fight way easier. It was just tedious. Next is Cloud Treading Deer, who does a lot of frost damage. Those ice tornadoes are just no joke. This one was a little brutal. Well, that's one transformation. Even after the dodge. Okay, alright, stop throwing snowballs. And my last transformation. Oh, come on, ice tornadoes. Dang, man. Now you might be wondering why I'm showing you this footage of me just standing here. Well, it's because at the very beginning of this video, I said that every phase, I will give myself 3 transformations. This is technically his second phase because he gets his health all the way back. And I got happy and I was actually able to beat this guy. Finally, man. Yeah, not remembering my own rules really made me suffer for no reason. Now for this terrifying mantis. This fight is another example of a fight that is typically difficult for me as the destined one, but is a breeze for the Yin Tiger. Now I'm gonna go take a detour to the secret area in chapter 5, because I forgot to fight a boss. 2 of those bosses being bottom takes top and top takes bottom. Fire was a little bit of an issue, but more surprisingly was the sneak attacks. What the hell? As long as I escaped the fire, I didn't have too much problem taking him out. But the GoldenEye Beast is a different story. He's a menace, and I already had a strategy for trying to beat him in his ice form, because fighting him in his fire form is a nightmare. The way I did this is letting him hit me as the destined one in the first arena to break down this ice wall, and then I ran to the second arena to face my match. Oh, this is going by smoothly. Oh, never mind. Sorry, big fella. Whoa, look how fast my deflection went up. You can deflect the ice. That was so fast. This is working so good right now. Ah, it's bound to happen. Now it was time for some more backtracking. I wanted to fight all the Loongs, and our first fight was with Red Loong. Yo! Needless to say, this boss fight didn't last long. Next was Black Loong. Sorry, buddy. Then Cyan Long. Oh, that's what I get for being aggressive. Bro. That's why they call you guys the Loong characters. Nice. Now we only have one more to go, and that's Yellow Long. Wait, he just gets stunned. My guy has no poise. I think we stopped him from going into his other phases where he gets harder. Dude, Yellow Long is incredibly difficult, unless you're the Yin Tiger. But it's time to talk about someone the Yin Tiger possibly can't beat. Erlang, the man himself. And that is because Erlang has attacks that are targeted specifically for transformations. He has these yellow beam attacks that if they hit you when you're in transformation, your transformation just gets deleted. And he also has a bird that can take away your transformation. I did try to just dodge all these attacks, but I don't even know if you'd be able to later on. So I'm gonna take an L for this one. I don't know if it's possible, but maybe for another video I can do a rematch. After beating Erlang, it's time to fight the final boss, the Broken Shell. Stone Monkey's first phase is not really that big of a deal, but the second phase does give me a little bit of trouble because of status effects, mainly like fire, and it definitely gave me some setbacks, but progress had to be made. That damage is crazy. All right, let's go. Oh, let me get as much damage as I can. Oh, wow. Well, that's one transformation. Hey, you better not throw that rock. How dare you? I'm glad we dodged that. Come on, just die. All right, that was a little difficult. The man himself. Ah. Oh no. The infinite stun lock. Oh man, I love this move. Wow, that was not too bad actually. Oh no. And back to Stunlock jail for you, buddy. This kind of makes me sad. Stone Monkey was more difficult as the Yin Tiger, to be honest. Bye-bye, Wukong, I'll miss you. And that's what it would look like if the Yin Tiger was the destined one. A little unfair, I would say, with the infinite stun lock, but it was still fun to do this video. And I plan on doing more videos with the other transformations. But anyway, I'll see you guys later.